Exiles, welcome to another build guide. This time the COC Inquisitor that I've played mostly during Ritual League. This build is absolutely ready for 3.14. It has not been nerfed. The crafting will be a bit harder this league, though. First, please make sure to go to Koten's YouTube channel, which I will put into the description because my build is built upon his build. Like, I've tweaked it here and there, but all I can say is this is one of the most powerful builds that I've ever played. Especially the most powerful COC that I've ever played, and it's just a lot of fun. I will show you exactly how you can progress this build and how to craft things and how this works. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel, obviously, and like this video and share this video. And yeah, let's have a look at the build. This build is based around Cosplay Malice Jewel Foiled. We will try to get a Harvest enchant with quality does not increase physical damage, grants 1% increased elemental damage per 2% quality. Also we try to focus to get added cold damage to spells as high as possible and max increased attack speed. As gems we socket Frostbolt, Val, Ice Nova and Inspiration with the highest possible levels and quality. In our offhand we will use a Shaper Titanium Spirit Shield with a high ES roll, and you will try to get chance to block spells and recover percentage of energy shield when you block. Additionally you can craft attributes and quality to increase the energy shield roll. As gems we will socket Precision, Val Righteous Fire and Anomalous Flame Dash. Precision only on level 1, the rest on 21-23, and Anomalous Flame Dash for the increased travel distance. As a helmet we want a Hubris Circlet with the enchant 50% increased Cyclone attack speed, a high ES roll, possible resistances, and if you want to you can craft chance to avoid being stunned, which will help with Cyclone. As gems we will socket Bone Chill, Vortex and Culling Strike on level 21 and 23 quality, and for Arcane Surge you can choose between level 4-23 or level 21-23. As body armor we want a Val Regalia Hunter base with high ES, and important the attacks have plus percentage to critical strike chance and plus percentage to spell critical strike chance. Important, it needs to be item level 84 to get the Hunter mods and item level 86 for the highest ES roll. As gems we will socket Cyclone, Awakened added cold damage, Awakened cast on critical strike, Hypothermia, Val, Ice Nova and Inspiration. The gem levels should be high as possible, and if you don't have the Awakened gems ready you can of course use added cold damage and cast on critical strike in their normal forms. As gloves we want the unique Shaper's Touch Crusader gloves with the corruption +1 to level of socketed gems, which is very important so we can get Enlightened to level 5. As gems we will socket Anomalous Hatred level 21-23, you can also use Divergent Hatred, what you prefer, Zealotry level 21, Val Discipline 21 and Enlighten level 4. As boots we want Shaper Hunter base Sorcerer boots with the highest possible ES roll, Tailwind on critical strike and increased cooldown recovery rate. Important is that item level 75 is required for Tailwind mod, item level 80 for cooldown recovery rate, item level 84 for max energy shield roll, and item level 86 for the max movement speed mod. As gems we will try to socket Caster Damage Taken on level 1, Immortal Call on level 3, Tempest Shield on level 7 and Enfeeble on level 4, all with 23% quality. As amulet we want the unique amulet Astromantis with intrinsic catalysts on it to increase the quality, attributes and of course the max roll. On the amulet we anoint Tranquility, which will give us increased maximum energy shield and Transfiguration of Soul, for which we require 2 golden oils and 1 azure oil. For one ring you want a 2-stone ring with the highest possible resistances, plus 2 maximum energy shield and added damage. For the second ring you want a Shaper base ring, which at least has item level 75. For the mod, trigger level Assassin's Mark when you hit a rare or unique enemy mod. Level 8 is available with item level 75, level 12 with item level 80. Also you want missing resistances on it, possibly crit chance or added damage and maximum energy shield. For the belt you want a Hunter Crusader base, which has increased attributes plus 2 maximum energy shield, gain a flash charge when you deal a critical strike, increased cooldown recovery rate, increased crit chance against shocked enemies, or stun and block recovery. As you can see I did not have the perfect rolled belt, but it worked just fine with that. In the following I show the flasks that I used. Important for those are only the Cinder Swallow Urn with the increased critical strike chance during flask effect craft, and the Bottled Faith for the crit chance against enemies on consecrated ground during effect, and so that they take more damage. And now I will show the complete tree. You can skip to the next timestamp if you want a further description on the single modifiers that I used. In this build we use a large cluster jewel with 8 passives and 12% increased cold damage 3 times with the modifier Cold to the Core, Sadist and Widespread Destruction. Widespread Destruction is just a decoration so that we can choose Cold to the Core and Sadist and additionally the 2 jewel sockets. Cold to the Core will give us increased cold damage per 25 dexterity, intelligence and strength, of which we will have a lot thanks to the rework of the Inquisitor and of course thanks to the Astromantis amulet, which also helps. Sadist will give us increased elemental damage if we've chilled, ignited or shocked an enemy, which we always do, so lots of damage. We also use a medium cluster jewel with 5 or 4 passive skills with increased effect of non-damaging ailments with the modifiers Cold Conduction and Storm Rider. Storm Rider will give us a chance to gain a power charge when we shock a chilled enemy, increased cold damage with hits against shocked enemies and increased lightning damage with hits against chilled enemies. Cold Conduction will give us enemies chilled by your hits are shocked and enemies shocked by your hits are chilled. Now I will show the jewels that I used. You can use Cobalt jewels with critical strike multiplier with cold skills, elemental skills, or global critical strike multiplier. Also increase maximum energy shield, missing resistances, and energy shield recharge rate. Also important, you should try to get the corruptions. You cannot be cursed with silence, and corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. Another option is a Megalomaniac with a passive Skull to the Core and one with a shield. One with a shield gives us recover 50 life when you block, which means we recover energy shield. It also gives us 50% increased defenses from equipped shield and 5% chance to block attack damage while holding a shield. And of course Skull to the Core for the extra damage buff. Another option is to build an Aletho Pride with warriors under Akoya for the rage buff via Chainbreaker. For the Watcher's Eye you got different options. In my case I used an increased critical strike chance against enemies on consecrated ground while affected by Zealotry, but the important mod is energy shield gained for each enemy hit while affected by discipline. You can also buy other options like added cold damage while affected by hatred, or elemental penetration while affected by hatred, or even a Watcher's Eye with 3 mods depending on what your budget gives you. And some further notes, this build is very expensive. The 3 large cluster jewels alone costed me between 22 and 45x at times during Ritual. Overall the costs without a headhunter are between 120 and 200x. But don't worry, I just farmed a lot of it myself, and even though some harvest crafts have been removed, you can still use harvest crafting on jewels. You can use the add influence modifier to an influence item craft of harvest, or use fossil crafting. I just show the best in slot options. I started this with a lot less and easily farmed the currency with this build for the rest. You can build in a headhunter like I did. Also for leveling I recommend Ungil's Gauche and a normal Val Regalia, and to go from there. This build is strong and can be scaled a lot. This is just with what I shredded everything. On my stream my viewers also saw me doing Uber Elder with Maven and Uber Aziri runs. This build is just insane. Yes, so this was the build guide for the COC Inquisitor. My thoughts, the Inquisitor is probably currently the best class for COC builds, even though I have to say this Grandpa is a bit slow, but hey, it's a lot of fun. I'm excited what you can do in Ultimatum League. I hope that we see us on Twitch. I will be live from League Start on every day. Have a great League Start, thanks for watching. Please make sure to like, share and subscribe, and see you next time.